Guruganeshabhyam Namaha. Nowadays we want logic for everything, reason for everything, validation for everything. This is a habit. Again, it is not something very recent also. We have had many schools of thought, even within Sanatana Dharma, which try to rely more on logic and reasoning. Some only on logic and reasoning, merely theorizing God. You don't hear about them anymore. They have mostly died, their natural death. The recent tendency to call divinity and energy, positive energy, is also something similar. The problem is not with the term. The problem is with the mind of the listener, which the speaker doesn't understand. He or she thinks that something that can be easily understood by the new generation has been discovered by him or her. The problem is that the listener is going to identify or think that God is like the charge inside a battery, or the electricity inside the wire which will run a fan, the energy in petrol that can make your two-wheeler to run, the nuclear energy, the kinetic energy, the potential energy. I'm not saying that these are not God. I'm not saying that they are something else. But when you call God an energy, this is what the listener is going to identify with. God is like that power inside a battery. Temple is that shell of the battery. God theorized and simplified. You think so. Now you can write an equation about God. Having done this, now you can even write an equation about God. A mathematical equation, E is equal to mc square, something similar, which can explain God mathematically. This is not what our Dharma has taught us. This is Western thought process. Don't fall into this trap. You know what this is like? You cast a net, you throw a net into a vast ocean, catch something, whatever, fish or shells or decayed vegetation, come back and say, see, this is all that was there in that ocean. See what I have found. This was all the big fuss was about. Divinity simplified, divinity made scientific, divinity reasoned out. Don't fall into this trap, this energy stuff. God cannot be explained by reasoning. God cannot be fathomed by reasoning. God cannot be explained by mathematical equations. God cannot be made into a formula. God cannot be made into a recipe. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. God begins where words end. God begins where mind ends. Words and mind, they go to God, try to grab him like that net with which you're trying to catch what is there in the ocean. They try to grab him, fail and come back. But there have been very smart people who knew another way to reach him, through devotion, through surrender. In this, you don't have to go to him. He will come to you. Harihi Om.
यज्ञो निःश्रेष्ठतमं कर्म